Hello, Grimsimmer here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you want to see how I built this modern starter under 20,000 simoleons, then keep on watching. So today I am building this modern base game starter home here in Oasis Springs, and in the end it ends up costing 19,999 simoleons, so it is just one simoleon away from being 20,000 simoleons. So, it is a base game starter home. It is just for a single sim. I did put a single bed in here, which you'll see later, but I didn't put a double bed just because I felt like it was going to take up too much of the room, and the double beds cost more than the single bed, so I just went ahead and went with that, and I thought that was fine. Quick disclaimer, I'm still in the middle of moving, so this build, it didn't take me a long time. So this build isn't much. It's still a base game starter home, but I did my best, and I definitely tried to put a lot of love into it regardless. If there's one thing I'm not too fond of for this build, it's definitely the floor plan. I feel like I'm just really bad at floor plans in general. So I just think it ends up a little bit weird. I don't know. It's not ideal, and I tried to make it as open of a floor plan as possible without being too weird, and I wanted to include a little hallway. I don't know. It's complicated. Not really. It's really not that complicated, but I wanted to just make it make sense, basically. So I had to go with this 2x2 bathroom, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play test, so I really don't even know if it's functional, but hopefully it is. I feel like it should be. I feel like it should be fine. And if not, you can probably just delete the sink, and I know that the shower and toilet will work just fine. So if it doesn't work, then just do that. I'm sorry if you end up downloading it. I am cassiprobably on the gallery if you want to download this. I feel like since I've discovered debug, I didn't really discover debug. I mean, like, I knew it was always there this whole time, but I never really used it, and I didn't realize what a big difference it made for the landscaping. It like really elevates the build. Not only is it free for the most part, but it just really gives you more variety. I don't know, there's just more to work with, and I feel like that's something that's kind of lacking in the game, honestly. Really just the regular plants are kind of lacking. There's not very many, so I was trying to look for more plants, and surprisingly base game doesn't have a lot of debug plants, which kind of shocked me because I was looking around the world in Oasis Springs, and I was looking for some of the flowers that you can see in the back behind the lot, and I couldn't find them in debug. I don't know if I was just not looking hard enough, or maybe they just aren't in the game, but I mean, I was literally scrolling there for like 30 minutes trying to find more plants. So I did what I could. I ended up just getting those, I think, aloe plants. I don't know, the spiky ones that I put in the front. I'm so bad at plants, that's so embarrassing. Don't judge me in the comments. And then for the most part, all of the other plants are paid for, so that's still included in the cost, which is pretty good. I know some people are skeptical about using debug because it's technically a cheat, but I went ahead and used it because I didn't want this build to be that ugly, so I did it. Honestly, building this felt kind of weird. I couldn't put a lot of the fun things that I would normally put in builds because I had to be conscious of the price, and for what I have in here, I still think that it's furnished pretty nice. I think that I used the money well. I obviously cheated because I used debug, but I still think it came out fine. I think it looks great for the most part. It's a little bit empty, especially in the bedroom. There's not a lot of clutter in the house, so your sim can just get a job, you know, make some money, and then you can decorate the rest of the house, which honestly, I hate saying that out loud. It sounds like condescending, like, oh my god, just get a job and like you'll make money, but like, especially in these times, it's really not that easy, and I know that personally firsthand. I'm still looking for a job, but so anyways, this footage is also only sped up, I think 4 times, and typically I do my speed builds on ×8, so if that's why it looks a little bit slower, which it obviously does, I mean, that's why. I've been building a lot of like suburban, Victorian, or other movie inspired builds recently that aren't necessarily modern homes, and I actually don't have very many modern home builds on my channel, but they're actually my aesthetic, I guess. If you can have an aesthetic for builds, I guess you can, but I really enjoy building modern homes. I really want to do a speed build of my offline game build because it's really nice. I don't know, it's just another modern home that's filled with a bunch of beiges. I know that earth tones aren't everybody's like cup of tea. A lot of people like more color, but I find it easy to add the pops of color, if you will, within these sorts of colors of game. I don't know, does that make sense? Like when you have white walls, you can just do anything. Oh, I also forgot to put a mailbox. The build isn't on the gallery right now that I'm recording this, but I'm gonna go ahead and add that in the front and put that in there, so that way there is a mailbox in there when you download it. So you're not gonna see it in this, but I promise it will be there if you download this. I've also been watching a bunch of Snowy Escape gameplay things, and I'm literally so excited for the platforms that are coming to the game. I literally have a million ideas running through my head on what to build next, and I'm just so excited. Not to roast myself, but I'm editing right now and I say stuff like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and then I listen to it back and I don't sound excited at all. Maybe this is just an insecurity of mine, but I feel like my voice is a little bit emotionless, and I'm sitting here like smiling and laughing and having a great time, but then I listen back and I'm like, no, I don't sound like that at all. So I don't know, maybe I just have a mundane voice, I don't know. probably an insecurity, right? Like nobody really likes the sound of their voice when they listen to it back, and I'm doing that a lot these days. So I swear I am excited, even if it sounds like I'm not, or even if it sounds like I don't care. I do care. I swear I care. I get that a lot. I get a lot that people don't think I care. Not like on YouTube, but in real life. I don't know. Apparently I give off that vibe that I don't care when I do care. I obviously care a lot. I care a lot to even point it out in this video. This voiceover is honestly all over the place, but I think I'm realizing that I don't really like talking about the build all that much because I feel like it's a little bit boring, and maybe, I don't know, maybe that's just part of my voice thing. And I also feel the need to tell somebody this. So I'm helping my mom move out of state from where she is right now, and we went to the house that she moved in, brought all of our animals. I have 3 cats and 2 dogs. So the cats stayed at the new house while we came back to the old house, so that way we could finish up some more packing and things before we went back in a couple days. And I miss my cats literally so much. Kind of embarrassing, but the amount of times where I've wanted to just like pick up my phone and call or text my cat, which sounds insane. I know that sounds crazy. It's been so many times that I'm honestly getting a little bit concerned at this point, but I miss them. I really do. I miss them. They're like my best friends. The more I speak, the more sad this sounds. You know what I mean? If you have pets, like I think you know what I mean. All right, anyways, back to Snowy Escape. I'm still really excited for the pack, and I honestly want to buy it solely for lifestyles, which I don't think is necessarily fair because I'm spending $40 for this, really just for rabbit hole activities and lifestyles, which in my opinion, lifestyles should be a base game update, but that's just my 2 cents. And maybe they are, I don't know, but I don't think they are. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think that they are. But I'm still really excited for Snowy Escape, and I know the reaction has changed quite a bit since the Game Changer videos have come out about the gameplay and other things that you can do in the world, plus them showing things in the trailer that you can't actually do or access in game is a little bit annoying. I'm probably still gonna get it because I think that the world is really beautiful and I'm excited about climbing the mountain and lifestyles like I mentioned, so I think it's worth it for me. Even though $40 is a lot of money, maybe I'll get it on sale. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I still think that it's gonna be a fun pack, and I'm excited to have vacation worlds everywhere, which I think is a base game update for sure. We'll see. I don't know. At this point, $40 for a sim expansion pack, I honestly don't think twice about it. That's kind of a lie. I do. $40 is a lot of money, but I've been a fan of the franchise since I was 8 years old, so I kind of will just give EA my money without thinking at this point, so it doesn't really bother me, but it also does, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense at all actually, but I don't know, I guess I'm whipped for EA. No, that's a lie. I'm whipped for The Sims. I want to remind you I'm in the process of moving, so I don't have as much time to edit right now. I should be good to go hopefully within this next week. We'll see what happens. I said that last week and then here I am not having time to do that again, but hopefully it should be okay. So look out for that and just know this is temporary. I promise I will be back to more fun videos that will be more fun, but also if you like the style of speed build, let me know in the comments down below, because normally I have more pop-ups and I feel like low-key I overdid it sometimes, but I just get nervous. I don't know. So let me know what you think of me just talking over this. It would save me a lot of time if I just kept it like this. I want to do what people like. See you in the next one. Bye!